Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the Old School Movements podcast. Let's hit those horns. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Old School Movements.
We're back.
We're back in the new year 2020.
Special little episode.
We're here. And 2019, eventful year. We started our podcast. Birthday coming soon. It's going to be great. Mm-hmm. But guys, man, what was your highlights of 2019? Break it down. Let's go with your top 4 highlights, yeah? In movies, TV shows, in music, and in moments, man. Because, we cover these things on our podcast. You've had the food podcast, the drink podcast, the movie podcast.
We're always looking back.
Pop music. We're looking back. So let's
Way
say,
back. Let's just look back maybe in the last 12 months.
Let's look back in the last 12 months. And what were you guys feeling, man?
What do you want to start with? Films?
Let's start with films, man. What films are you feeling?
I don't think it was a great year for films, man. There's been some wicked films, but I don't know.
Like Evil Wicked.
No, there's been some.
Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Exactly that.
Good. Remember the DJ done that? That was the 80s. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Elbows. Good. Chin. Good.
The highlights for me then, I think they were late in the year. There was a lot of hype around one of them. I reckon you're probably going to mention it as well, which is the Joker. What
did you like about the Joker? Because you get a lot of these prequel films, and they don't really hit the mark.
No. I think it was good because it was set on a villain. It was following one of the villains of Batman.
Because normally it's always a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, apart from Star Wars, Darth Vader, it took 3 movies to show his badness.
Yeah. That was just part of a story, though.
There's so many other stories within that story, but this is just like a
Joker
full focus microscope on this guy,
on this character. But I think the way they've done it is wicked, man. The way the acting, the way it was shot.
Yeah. And for it also, what rating was it?
I think it was a 15.
And that's kind of rare with superhero action films, because of late you've only like Deadpool, Logan, and probably that to be at that rating. And
isn't Deadpool at 18?
I think Deadpool might be at 18.
No?
Is it 18?
Yeah,
are any films 18 these days?
You don't even see it advertised. I don't see the ratings on films advertised these days.
I don't think films are even 18 these days.
If you're going to a cinema, it might come up at the start, but you don't see them on the posters. You don't don't see it. I'm not sure on ratings these days.
Yeah. No, I love the way the Joker was, as you said, and it's focused on that character. But with the success of that, you can run away with backstories on every type of villain now. You can do a Lex Luthor one, a Penguin one, a Riddler one. But so many stories have been told about the Joker before within the films.
Yeah.
Like in Jack Nicholson's...
into a vat of acid.
Exactly, fell into a vat of acid. Heath Ledger's one just keeps saying, I got these scars. But he never tells you how, but you knew he was a bit deranged in that. But this
story's good.
This story combines all those Joker's personalities, from the suits to the craziness to the laugh, and puts it in one film and really takes you on a journey.
I think a lot of films, they try and stay away from the mental health issues, but this is just going straight for it, man.
Yeah, it goes in. And I love, as you're saying, the way it's shot. You're still seeing the 70s, even from the Warner Brothers logo at the beginning. It's like you're watching an old film from the start, and it just takes you back there. I noticed it through the
scenery, the clothes, the cars.
The way it's shot, everything. The detail in that film's amazing. So I do agree with you.
It was one of them ones as well. You were seeing bits of it leaked and people talking about it on social media, and it sounded like it was going to be bad.
I didn't listen to any comments or anything.
It didn't sound great at all from what I first read. I thought, oh man, I don't want to see it. So I wasn't in no hurry to see it. But when I finally got round, maybe a couple of months after it come out, I was like, wow, that was a good film, man. I wish I had gone to the cinema to see it.
Nah, I'm still happy to chill. I shouldn't even say that. No, cinema's great. Cinema's fantastic.
Good experience.
Get your tickets.
There is films that are better.
Buy your popcorn from the cinema.
Yeah. You take a big bag with you.
Yeah, just go to the cinema.
Another film that I've got to mention again, late in the year, come out again. This is another reason I like it. It's because it's a Netflix film. It's the Irishman. That film was good, man.
Really good.
Good again, to see all of that cast back.
Like De Niro smashing it then. He's in both of them films.
Both of them films. Didn't even think of that. Yeah. He connects both of them films.
So
he's had a good year.
He's had a good year.
He's had a good year.
definitely.
And it weren't that long ago. I saw him on a TV commercial, and I was thinking, man, like, is he another one now who's grabbing work?
Yeah.
Have you seen him on some insurance advert?
No, he
or
was in a
something?
bread advert.
He wouldn't have them massive.
Yeah,
A-list
because
US
we
stars
come back
do.
from that era of massive stars only do massive films.
Yeah.
But it's normal now for massive stars.
It's
like
true,
Kevin
yeah.
Bacon
I was
does
about to
EE
mention-
adverts.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to mention that.
Yeah.
That felt weird at first, but now it's becoming the norm.
Yeah, but that's because of the generation that we're from. But
Yeah.
now that's standard.
He's
that-
the EE man.
Yeah,
For some,
yeah,
for some
yeah,
people.
exactly. Like
Don't know him as-
like Stallone done one of them
Football's-
bread adverts.
Yeah,
that De
yeah,
Niro done.
yeah. He did actually. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
So when I saw that, I was getting worried that, oh no, you getting to that stage now. You know, he's getting old. You're getting to that stage now where you're not getting these parts. But them two films alone
yeah.
shows you he's still like
yeah.
his acting's amazing.
Yeah.
Both good films, man. Like I love the way. Also, what I love about The Irishman is that, you know, there's no mention of CGI,
No,
but the CGI in it is incredible.
Is it-
how they
yeah.
make them look young and
yeah,
for the journeys and so on.
you don't notice it as
You
much.
don't notice it.
No.
It kind of works. But some
works-
parts,
it
like, I
works
think,
good.
De Niro's character at some parts in the beginning looks like he's got no neck because they put the young CGI head on him. It looks like he's some square dude. And he's just got a head and shoulders.
Shoulders.
He's advertising shampoo halfway through the film. But Irishman, no, I
And that was a late addition to the pile, really, wasn't it? One of them ones
definitely agree.
sneaked out on Netflix.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I can't think of much other. We've just literally had probably the biggest box office film of the year, I would have thought, just released,
Yeah,
which is Star Wars. And
yeah. As you listen to our last couple of podcasts back, we had a Star Wars special, and we hadn't watched Rise of Skywalker yet, but now we've seen it, and for me, Star Wars ended in 1983. And guys, you might say, oh, you know, it hasn't moved on and stuff, but it just didn't work. There was no depth. There was some questions still were unanswered. It felt cheap. It felt thrown in, and it was just lazy for me.
Same for me. It felt rushed. Felt like, how do we end this? Let's just write this dude back into it. And I don't want to give nothing away. I don't want to do no spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't
people who
seen
want
it
to see
still
but-
yet, but it was just like I still don't know what happened to Finn. I still don't understand, how they got. Anyway, I don't want to give it away, but look, if
that,
you
that
can,
hasn't even made it probably into my top 5.
No,
and I'm
it's-
struggling to think of another few apart from the two I've mentioned.
it's probably bottom of the Star Wars list for me because it was the last one and didn't deliver anything. Like they promised, we're going to put everything in this one and give it our all for this last movie, and it's still it's that the last 6 Star Wars films.
No, Star Wars finished in Endor.
It all ended in Endor.
Ended in
The
Endor,
end
man.
door, back door. No more. So but with Rogue One, that gave it a nice little feel.
Star
but,
Wars has still got places to go.
it's still got places to go with
these
the right
little-
directors, the right storyline. Star Wars can still breathe again. But
You guys who are waiting for things to happen in March, you got good things to look forward
yeah.
to.
March will bring something on the Disney Channel for everybody in the UK. So Stax, man, you're not really a film guy.
I'm not a film
So
guy, no.
but we live in a world now, as Chris was saying, like, Irishman didn't come out in the cinema. You can watch on Netflix, and Netflix is the new go-to. Do you know what I mean? Get your
Yep.
popcorn from the pound shop and sit down and watch a movie. So what series? What
Well,
did
I've
you
been watching
watch?
a few
that was-
things on Netflix, mainly documentaries and that. But a TV series that I saw on Sky, which was really good, was Chernobyl. And it was basically
enjoyed
like
that.
was it 8-part series
I enjoyed that. Yeah.
on the whole disaster and how it happened and how it played
Power
out and who was
Yeah.
involved. That was gripping. That was big.
That was good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Anything else that you watched that you enjoyed?
I would say, documentary wise, What the Health was a game changer for me. I think it was a game changer for a lot of people who see it.
Okay,
But-
I watched it. It didn't change my game.
Yeah, well, it's definitely changed mine. That if you haven't seen that, I think you should see it. What the Health?
What's
on
it? Is
Netflix.
it sort of putting you off eating food or what? I haven't seen it.
Eating food.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Let's chill, everyone. Let's make them watch this program and all stop eating food and
So
die.
it's like plant-based,
Yeah.
pushing you towards plant-based
Yeah,
diet.
yeah,
Okay, I haven't
yeah.
seen it.
I mean, you have to make your own mind up about it, really.
Yeah.
But the situation I was in when I saw it, it just kind of spoke to me and yeah, it's very
stop
interesting.
Eating meat.
Sounds
Yeah.
good,
Watch
man.
this
It's
program.
powerful, man. If it's done that, it's
Done it to him. He did it to me. I watched it too. Done it to him.
But I had food poisoning at that time
yeah,
from
that
meat,
could, yeah.
so it kind of.
Yeah.
But they're definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
Those are my two
You too.
things I saw this year.
See,
that were-
I agree with you, Chris, with the Irishman, Joker for films, but as I say, they both give that balance. But next one I'm going to go to is TV show. Steve says TV show. For me, there was so much that I liked, but there wasn't a lot on. Like the last 2019 for me was the year where I had to find things. People had to recommend stuff, and you watch that, and you watch this, and watch that. But Netflix really blossomed with their features this year,
definitely.
and it's one that I watched. And I just saw a little advert of it. You know, you get sent from Netflix. So this is something you might like. So I clicked on it, and I looked at the animation. I thought, this is amazing. I told everybody about this to watch this. And that was Love, Death and Robots.
That is good.
And Love, Death and Robots is something that it's not widely talked about. But if you like animation and quick storylines, it's like you're watching Black Mirror meets Twilight Zone meets anime. And it's just like, I think it's about 8, 5-6 minute stories that are just so gripping. Like, I'm not being funny, but one episode was more gripping than a whole Star Wars film, one of the last 3 Star Wars films. It was so, you had all these different, like the robots, and they were on Earth after it got blown up. All these different characters and stories were so...
Considering the length of the story, you
That's what I'm
connect to
saying.
the
You
characters
connected
instantly.
In 2 minutes, you connect with these characters, man.
They're really good. I've watched half a dozen of them now, and I
so
recommend them.
I can't wait for a part 2 to see these little stories of Love, Death and Robots. If you haven't seen it, guys, it's on Netflix. Please check it out. Chris, what other show did you feel?
I think for me, again, like you say, with Netflix and all this on-demand stuff now and box sets and whatnot, I might not see things first time round. So another one, everyone kept telling me, watch it, you'll love it. If you love the 80s, you're going to love it, Didn't really get into it because I thought, I've tried it. It was a bunch of kids in the woods on the first episode, and I thought, I don't like it. Talking about Stranger Things. Yeah. So I only really got into it at the start of this year, and I caught up with the other 2 series before Series 3 came out in 2019, and it's wicked.
But what's good about it is that both like teenagers and adults
enjoy it. I didn't get that
it.
at first. I didn't get that, and there is older characters. You got the adults, you got the teenagers, and then you got the younger kids in it.
Winona Ryder's the
mum. So you got like the Goonies age kids.
Yeah,
their older brothers and sisters, and then you've got the parents as well, and then other characters like the sheriff, whatever. But it's wicked, man. It's really good. So I got into that. Couldn't wait for Series 3, and now, hoping Season 4 won't take too long. There's been no announcements of when it's coming out, but I'm hoping maybe this year. I think it's going to be next year.
Yeah, there has been some treats, but we're mainly mentioning programs that are on streaming services, man. Like terrestrial TV hasn't really been.
There's no appeal there, man.
Yeah, it hasn't really been given anything.
The way TV is, it's changed now.
Yeah,
totally
not like
changed.
back in the days.
No, not like back in the days.
You had TV Times, and you look through
3 channels.
Yeah, you look 3 channels. You had Benny Hill, Kenny Everett. This is your life. It's killing it.
Yeah.
But but what I have been surprised by and what I've liked watching, what I've enjoyed watching, is Famalam.
Yeah,
that's
I've dipped in and out. I've caught a couple of them.
That's a BBC 3, but sometimes they put it on BBC 2 or 1, and that's like a comedy sketch show. That's just like it speaks to the youth today, and I just like the direction it's gone in. I love the clever comedy that they deliver, and long may that carry on, Famalam, man. That was a nice bit of BBC entertainment. So I'm happy they put that on.
Which they seem to be putting more of their decent stuff or more of the stuff that you can connect to on the streaming services
and on the that's BBC how people are watching, right?
Yeah. So that the regular channels is nothing but repeats and just daytime TVs. It's terrible, man.
You're right. So I think 2020 is the year of the streaming channels, man, because Disney's just revving up. The US and some other, I think Holland, have got a Disney channel now, and like. With their Mandalorian, that's just smashing it. But we'll talk about that one around in March. But
we'll wait until that comes out. If I could, I'd add that in there as my top TV show at the moment. But
from what I've seen of it so far, it just looks amazing.
It looks good.
I've spoken. So, favourite tune of last year. Now, I'm not really a massive. I'm that guy now that will still listen to 90s R&B and 90s hip
I'm the
hop and
same.
stuff,
Yeah.
I'm the
and
same.
still be
I don't
satisfied. Like I haven't heard it
You
before.
haven't heard it
Do you know what I mean?
before,
It's
yeah.
like I'm still there. I'm at that. This is the age now. Like I can't criticize what's going on now because it's for that age. The same way how we were little and our music's criticised by olders. It's that pattern.
We're in
now.
that position.
Exactly.
You know, so whatever's going on, fair play to you. So but when a gem does come around the corner, I grip onto it, and that's what I'm listening to all the time. And so my tune for this year was Flying Lotus More, featuring Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, atmospheric. Anderson .Paak is, one of the new artists that I really appreciate going to see live and listen to his music and so on. So that combination just worked. And the animation in the video looks like something from Love, Death and Robots. So it was a nice 2-in-1. Good tune, good video. But look, there's been tunes in and out, but this is about choosing the tune that if you could listen to again and again what you like this year. For me, it would probably be Flying Lotus More.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird year for music for me. There hasn't been much like you say. I still dip into what I like and what I know from back in the day. So my car, my phone, it's always got something old school on it. And I think 2019 is the first year where I went to one concert, and that was with taking my daughter to a concert. It was a pop concert. It's the first year I probably haven't done as many concerts as what I would normally do. Maybe wasn't as many people visiting the UK, or I don't know. But I just didn't see much going on this year music-wise at all. But if I've got to pick something, I don't think I can narrow it down to one song. I'm going to say probably anything from Logic Supermarket album. The only reason I say that is because it's different to what I know of Logic from his older stuff, and it just felt something new, something different, a lot more guitar acoustics. It went with the launch of a book as well, which I started reading it and got about halfway through. I was reading it on holiday, and again, I only had one holiday last year, so I only got halfway through the book, so I need to finish that off as well. But yeah, I'm going to say Logic Supermarket. But there's been, towards the end of the year, there was some good albums came out. KRS One.
Oh yeah.
Dropped Streetlight, which I'm getting into that now. I've been listening to it over Christmas, liking that. Same with Ghostface, Gangstar. They come out late in the year, so.
Yeah. The old boys are back. The boys are back in town.
I like High Res album as well. That come out earlier on in the year. High Res.
Okay.
If no one knows him, check him out on YouTube. He does some like carpool karaoke sort of stuff. No, he's a hip hop Uber driver. Right. It's really good. He'll pick people up and he'll rap to them all the way to their destination. They look at him and think, man, he ain't going to be no good, but it's really good. Yeah, check him out on YouTube, High Res.
Nice.
The rapping Uber driver.
Nice.
What about you, Stacks, man?
Again, like Chris, it's hard to come up with something that came out last year. Mainly because,
nothing good comes out.
So
even Nas had an album out last year, but
no, that was a good album,
So I Lost Tape 2.
That was a good album,
yeah.
but yeah.
So a track that's been playing in my head for most of this year for some reason is a track with Anderson .Paak called Like This or Like This, featuring Knowledge and X Worries. Big track.
Can you sing it?
No, but I can play it off my phone.
Nah. Copyright and all that.
Yeah, of course. So that's my track for this year, even though it came out in probably 2016.
Okay.
But apart from that, I like some of the stuff that Dave has put out this year. It's quite good, and some of the stuff Stormzy's put out.
He's been quite popular this year.
Yeah, I like what they're doing at the moment.
Nice. So you can feel a bit of a theme going on here, ladies and gentlemen, because we're talking about our favourites, forms of entertainment. Because going back from our podcast, we've got the music one, the film one, the TV one, and we want to bring back to date what we're feeling now. So with that, what you guys, if you guys, this is going to be a kind of weird one. I'm going to answer it, but what if it's a food question, and when I'm asking about your favourite food, I'm asking, what have you eaten the most? What did you eat the most of last year?
Same as every year. Can't answer that straight.
Who?
Right, burgers, man.
Burgers.
Any type of hamburger.
So you think that's what you've eaten the most last year of any 100%. Other food? It's been burgers.
100%.
And how long has that been for? That been a long thing, like for years.
It's getting worse.
I feel like I'm giving counselling, burger counselling.
It's
The
getting
Burger
worse.
King.
It's getting worse.
The Burger
I
Counselling
like
King.
a hamburger. If I see a place, especially if I ain't tried one, I think I've got to try that one.
So hamburgers is the
But I
most
regularly,
eaten
yeah.
thing you've had
Yeah,
last year.
definitely.
What about you, Steph?
Definitely. I could do with cutting down on some.
I didn't eat a lot of. Do you know what? I might like last year. My whole food habits were quite good. I ate a lot of fruit.
They changed after you watched that program.
I mean, I eat a lot of croissants. I probably eat more croissants than anything.
Last year.
Yeah, like, yeah, probably more than anything.
Croissants.
I know, mad, isn't it?
You know, I'm asking you guys questions, and I'm thinking I don't even know what I've eaten lots of.
That's one of the things I have almost.
So I just
every
eat
day.
everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, you eat everything and 3 times a day as well. So
Oh, more than 3 times
like-
a day. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love everything. You know. So, what was you guys' best moment of last year? So this could be like, you know, your first experience somewhere. You know, something that touched you. You know, something that you've learned. You know, that you never knew before. Something. What's your best moment? What made you smile? Okay, look, we're not looking for. You know, there's loads of moments. You know, there's 12 months, so there's loads of moments. But what kind of stood out for you last year?
I've got two main things that stood out. In no particular order. Making this podcast, starting this podcast off. I think you come to me with the idea maybe February time last year, and by March we'd had a first couple of episodes done.
Yeah. These people sound like we're unprepared.
All out, all done. No,
Yeah, no, joking. Yeah.
we done, yeah. So I think that I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy our little chats and meetups and chatting about old times. It's good. It's really good. It's making me feel
Good times.
a bit more leveled as a person, remembering old times as well. Not just thinking, you know, I wasn't one to be that nostalgic, but like you say, there's memories in there. They're in there for a reason.
Exactly.
We just need to chat about them and get them out.
Release the memories.
So yeah, making the podcast, chatting about 80s stuff. Yeah, that's one of them. The other thing is, I only went away once last year, which I went to a place where I've been a couple of times before, but never been to this particular place. I went to Paris.
Oh.
Every time I've been there, I've never been to the Louvre. Always wanted to. I quite like art. I like Italian fine art, Renaissance art. So yeah, always wanted to go there, see the pieces. Obviously, Mona Lisa, most famous portrait in the world, there. So seeing that was probably a big highlight.
You're getting old, man.
last year.
Seeing Mona Lisa was your highlight.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, seeing my daughter pay no interest to it, standing in front of it with her back to it, taking a selfie of herself, like that was probably the highlight actually. just to show like what today's kids have got no interest in fine art of.
Do you think it's fine art though? Would you put Mona Lisa on your wall?
Nah.
Only knowing what it's worth and what it is now, but back in the day, no, you wouldn't. It wasn't.
Nah.
It's not a pretty picture, really.
Nah, it's not. It's
It-
just Mona.
yeah.
Exactly. She ain't even pretty.
Yeah.
she's not
she ain't. So Stacks, man, what's your favourite moment last year?
My favourite
2019.
My favourite moment last year, my oldest daughter
Mm.
was finishing primary school, and she got to play the lead role in the end of year play.
Nice.
Which
That's a nice-
that was a big moment. That was a really big
Did
moment.
you stand up and applaud hard?
Ah, yeah.
Tears rolling down your eye.
Proper.
Hopefully you got it all on
Bring out
video
your hanky.
camera.
Oh yeah, I got it on video.
That's good,
yeah,
man.
oh,
That's
it was
me. I saw what you showed
that's
me.
wicked.
yeah, she stood up. She had like solos. She knew all the words. She knew everyone else's words. Like you could see her reciting everyone else's words, and
That's
then
good.
on point. Didn't drop a beat. Didn't
Smashed
miss
it.
anything. And that was a really, really good moment. Considering that she's always been quite shy,
Yeah.
Oh, that's even,
to stand up and do this in front of the whole, like all the parents and teachers. And everything. That was
And what was it? Production? I forget.
It was Wizard of Oz,
wasn't it?
Yeah, she was.
And
Dorothy.
had she
That's a
ever
massive
seen the
character,
movie?
man. Massive
Yeah, she's seen the movie, the old one,
Yeah.
and then we watched it again, and then I helped her with a couple of lines. We were always helping her with lines, but yeah, she was on it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Has you ever seen The Wiz, the Michael
Wiz, I was
Jackson?
gonna say
No, that was
good.
one I meant to show.
I was going to say Michael Jackson, Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross.
Oh, Yellow Bit Woad. Diana Ross, sorry.
My sister.
Diana Ross as Dorothy.
That's massive. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, that was good. That
Have you noticed any sort of change in confidence and
massive,
Yeah,
massive,
must be
yeah,
good, yeah.
huge change in confidence.
Oh, bless her.
So
Wicked.
yeah, that was good. That was the best moment of last year.
Wicked,
100%.
wicked.
Oh, I'm moving into this place. Well,
This
that's
place, ladies and gentlemen, is the
Moving
new
studio.
headquarters.
Yeah.
So
the
yeah,
new headquarters of
Oh,
Abstract
nice.
Sun. Yeah, so that's cool.
mine was like recently this year. I went to Barbados, and I was in the sea. The sea was just amazing, and I knew it was winter back here. You lot were freezing your asses off. And there was a moment when I was just in the sea, and the sun was directly beating down on me, and I could hear nothing but nature. All I could hear was birds and people laughing, and I thought,
That's a moment to cherish.
yeah, I
You
thought
don't
this
hear
is
that
it,
no
man.
more,
This is like
You don't
no
hear that
phones,
anymore.
no cars, no
Yeah.
planes, no just
Peace.
nature.
Yeah.
Peace of nature.
And I thought this is great, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
And have something out there called fish cutters, right? Right? Like it's like a fish sandwich, but they call them fish cutters. And I don't know what meat it is, what fish it is, but it's like a fillet of fish. And they put it in a bun with some cheese and the sauce, and the taste is just amazing. It's like a thing where, have you ever eaten food and you don't want it to end?
Yeah. You just want to
For two reasons. You're not full yet,
Yeah.
and it just tastes so
You
good.
don't want the taste of fillet.
And that's what they're like. You could eat one, go on the beach, chill, and you think, you know what? If I'm going to eat again, I'm eating one of those again.
I'll have another one again.
And what I loved again about
Be like me and burgers.
be like your burgers. But what I love about this is like it's independent. You're not paying a big corporation. It's a guy who's got his you know, he's plotted on the beach. He's plotted on the beach, and it's queues for this guy, man. Queues. If I knew his name, I'd plug him right now, but I can't remember his name. But big up the man on the beach in Barbados with the fish cutters, man. They were tasty. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked our little rundown of our favourites of 2019. We're going to be back in a couple of weeks with our game show episode, part 1. We'll be telling you about our favourite game shows of yesteryear, from Blankety Blank to Bullseye. We'll be giving it all to you. So, yeah, come on down to listen to our game show podcast. I'm Mr. Lucas.
I'm Chris.
I'm Stacks.
Peace.
Please.
Those were the days I remember.